So you know what Hollywood needs more of?
What's that?
Zombie dick.
Oh,
I mean, can we talk about just for a second how it's just prolific?
it's just because you've seen so much of it the last week.
Yes. Revisiting 28 years later and
Yeah.
seeing the Bone Temple, it's just like, you know what? There's just not enough zombie dick on film.
I
All the
disagree.
zombies-
I think there's way too much.
The zombies in the 28 years later universe are just like, clothes, restricting, and they just take off all their clothes all the time.
Well, I would assume that their clothes have probably disintegrated over time, I guess. Over
why
28
ruin
years.
it? I like to think that the zombies want to
Just
take all their
decide,
clothes
yeah.
off. They're just natural nudists.
Probably.
No, wait. What they really need is like a never nude zombie, like Tobias Funke, to walk around in some shorts.
Yeah, right.
They're like, oh, there's Tobias.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Anyway, we're getting off track, but hello there. Welcome to FaveFilm Podcast, a show about what's great about film. I'm Leisha.
And I'm Richard. Yeah,
And-
welcome in, everybody.
Yeah, so we're here
You know-
for another weekly episode.
Well, it's been a couple of weeks since our last episode, but we wanted to make sure that we'd seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
And we have.
we wanted to have some meat. And I'm not talking about zombie dick again, but we wanted to have some meat. So we got some content. So we did see some films, and
Yeah.
we do have a little bit of movie news to cover.
As
and
usual, yeah.
yeah,
So we'll
so-
give our takes on what we've seen recently.
Yep,
We've seen some movies, we've seen some TV.
yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a new year, lots of new movies to look forward to, and we're already off to the start of award season.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's going to actually start our news. So let's talk about the news. All right, so the Golden Globes were last weekend.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, I know, right? News and current affairs, right? So this is the start of award season. You had the Critics' Choice Awards as well. So you're starting to see a lot of the patterns that are developing throughout award season, a lot of the people who are getting a lot of the awards coverage and
Right.
some of the, more high profile you just start to see who's going to be on the ballots for the Academy Awards. It was always the way that the Golden Globes were kind of the lead in to the Oscars, and it kind of, they fell out of favor for the last few years. Just basically a lot of controversies had happened, and the Hollywood Foreign Press has disintegrated, and now there's a whole new organization that runs the Golden Globes.
Oh, there is?
Yeah,
Who
so you
runs
didn't
the
know
Golden
about
Globes
this.
now?
So it's called the Golden Globes Association or something like that. And it's
okay.
just, it's the same concept. It's the same conceit. It's journalists from throughout the world, only now they don't accept favors, and now they're more, there's more diversity.
So it was always a little bit bribey, right?
Yeah, so the controversy kind of started a few years ago when they kind of realized that all of the members of the Hollywood Foreign Press were white. And that didn't seem like a good thing to judge film as a whole. So you're kind of leaving out the possibility of recognition of, filmmakers of color and things like that. So they said we're gonna start from, we're gonna start over, and we're gonna have a renewed vision and all this stuff, and but it's always been a bit hacky. It's always been the Hollywood Foreign Press. It was always notorious that these studios would give a lot of merchandise and pay for private parties and have
to
these
the studios,
extravagant trips to these small group of journalists.
Yeah.
And the journalists were happy to kind of,
Accept.
go along with
Of
it.
course.
And
Wouldn't you?
it parried favor for you at your film to get a nomination. So you kind of wonder, like, that stuff's still going on. But I did actually go on GoldenGlobes.com and look at the kind of terms and conditions for membership.
Okay.
And they do make it clear you are not to accept gifts from studios anymore. So, but
winky face.
Wink. But studios can still put on private premieres, but they're only allowed to do reasonable food and drink, right? I'm saying that with air quotes, reasonable food
Yeah.
and drink, and no gifts. So no promotional gifts, no sign, no autographs from Tom Cruise, whatever. So
they must find a way around it, surely.
I'm sure. You know what? Awards to me have seemed to be always a pay for play.
Right.
They host these for your consideration events. They take
Mm-hmm.
out these big ads in Variety and Hollywood Reporter and billboards and all this stuff
Yeah.
to get, recognition for their shows. And it's always the way. It's always the things that are covered in the press, the things that have the most reach, the things that are, that get the recognition. It's
Right.
always the studios and their promotion machine working overtime. So I'm sure.
It's always seemed to be icky to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So do you know what I like? And I've told you this before, but what are they called? The gifting suites?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
where the celebrities go. Yeah, go on. Explain what gifting suites are. It's the most disgusting thing.
If it's not a gift bag, which most award shows have, and the Golden Globes had one, full of trips, loads of trips, and skincare and dog biscuits and stuff. So it typically is when these vendors will, they feel that it's great promotion to be part of a gift bag for an award show or a gifting suite where it's basically like one central location and these celebrities come in and they get to take gifts because they might take a picture with it and put it on their social media.
Right.
It's so gross.
So these tend to be...
It's a way for D-list people to really get some traction and get some free stuff.
Oh God, it's disgusting.
It's But anyway, so there's a lot of that going on, but it feels like the Golden Globes are trying to repair their reputation. And a lot of the, big awards went to very predictable winners. Again, awards season starts to get really predictable. And I think it kind of starts with like the top 10 lists at the end of the year from various critics and journalists around the US and internationally. They put spotlights on these films and you start seeing them a lot more. So One Battle After Another has a lot of traction going on right now. So it won Best Picture Comedy Musical at the Golden Globes.
What now?
Yeah.
Comedy musical?
I know. That category is so stupid.
The Golden Globes categories baffle me. They really do.
It's when you're trying to, first of all, I think comedy musical is a bit of a reach for One Battle After Another. I think that there are comical moments in it, but for the most part, it's a drama. I mean, it's serious stuff,
I agree.
But I think that it's like, oh God, what was The Martian was classed as a comedy musical as well?
Hang on a minute. I don't think there was one song in there.
No, they're not all musicals, but this is a way for musical. But see, they're too different.
It's ridiculous.
Like, how do you put One Battle After Another up against Wicked for good? They don't make sense.
No.
And so anyway, One Battle After Another is getting a lot of traction for picture consideration, director. So it won Best Comedy Musical, Best Picture Comedy Musical. It won Best Director for Paul Thomas Anderson. And it won Best Supporting Actress for Tiana Taylor, who is not in the movie all that much, to be honest.
I don't even remember.
She's the one at the beginning of the movie.
Daughter?
No, she's the pregnant one at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, really?
That has that memorable scene with Sean Penn.
Oh, yeah.
Briefly.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. She's not in it very much. She made enough of an impact. I think there's a lot going on with some of these nominations. I do think that Tiana Taylor, I thought she was good. She was fine. She had an interesting storyline in that movie. But I think that she's probably bankable. I think there's a lot going on. There's more to awards than just performance.
Okay.
But I think she's beautiful. She's just beautiful. She's slaying every red carpet right now. She is looking fantastic. And I think that people want to see her.
Okay.
So I think that there's
Gotcha.
a lot to that. Awards are just not about just the performance. They're about much more than that.
Right.
So interesting
but let me
stuff.
ask you this: like, did you ever feel like you looked at a movie poster and said, and it's had a Golden Globe winner on it, that doesn't have as much gravitas as the Academy Awards, right? Even though the Academy Awards are bullshit, but you know, it just, I never thought the Golden Globe had as much pull as the Academy Awards.
No, yeah, I think Academy Award winner so-and-so is always going to trump everything. It's going to be like, you know, the best honor you can get. And I think that it still holds weight. I do agree with you. The Oscars have really become bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awards in general have become bullshit. And maybe it's just that I'm older and that I'm more cynical about them, and I find them a bit disgusting.
We could do a whole episode on how on the downfall of the Oscars.
I don't begrudge the Academy awarding performances or films or whatever like that. The whole pomp of it, the whole, you know, the whole false sincerity of, oh, it's such an honor to be nominated and all that. And the whole to-do about it, it just feels like a bunch of just sycophants in a room now. That's what it feels like to me. And that's why I don't watch them anymore. It used to be appointment television for me. The Academy Awards.
Oh, when I was younger, we used to stay up overnight. I'm sure we've mentioned it on the podcast before, but we used to stay up overnight and watch it because, you know, I was living in the UK, so it was the middle of the night. Yeah, we used to stay up and watch it overnight. It was a big thing. And then it just became more and more political, I guess. And anyway, as I say, we could do a whole episode on it, but we'll have to see which movies are coming up. I mean, don't get me wrong, some movies are definitely deserving of nominations and deserving of, you know, of awards. But I feel like, you know, I feel like film is a very subjective thing anyway. So you like it or you don't, or, you know, nobody's ever going to fully agree on, oh, that should have won Best Picture. I usually don't agree with the Best Picture winner. So
yeah, I think generally it's hard when you have such a gamut of film, when you have so many different tones and different goals and different stories and everything. It's hard to say which one, what constitutes the best.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the Academy Awards has got a different problem from the Golden Globes. Whereas the Golden Globes have all these stupid categories, the Academy Awards don't have enough. They just lump 10 films in one and say these are all nominated for Best Picture. So,
well, let's talk about some of those stupid categories. So first of all, did you know that they added a category? I know you haven't watched it, and we both haven't watched it in the last couple of years.
The Academy Awards or the Golden Globes?
The Golden Globes. So they have a category now called Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. What? So I feel like this is the makeup for the problem that a lot of the films that get nominated are, you know, awards darling pictures. They're kind of, you know,
what's a box office achievement? Are they talking money?
Yeah, I think that.
Really?
I think it's kind of like,
well,
it's almost like audience choice, right?
How do you judge that? I mean, you can have it. Do you take the cost of making the movie and then the amount it made at the box office and do a percentage or something?
I think that has something to do with it. But here's the thing. Like, why are there nominees for this? If there's a formula to that, why are there nominees and why do people vote on it?
That's true.
So this year's winner was Sinners. Last year's winner was Wicked.
Okay.
So it's the first 2 years that this award has been put forward. And it feels like viewer's choice.
You make a very good point. It should be, it's a mathematical thing.
But I think, well, if you're going to award based on like, cost per, or
Yeah.
ROI,
Yeah.
Sinners probably does win anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But again, why are we voting on it?
Right.
Why is it a votable award?
Right.
So it's odd.
Yeah, that's weird.
But let's talk about some more of the. We're getting off track a little bit, but I do want to bring it back to kind of the winners of these awards to kind of show that in the coming weeks, as the Oscar nominations are announced, we're going to hear some of these names because
right, and they'll also these movies will go back into theaters as well.
Yes, and we've seen some of them, not all of them, but. So, Best Picture Drama went to Hamnet.
Okay.
Best Actor Drama went to Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. I don't know what that movie is. That's one good thing about these awards is that you get to learn about these movies that you maybe haven't heard of that have gone through Cannes or Venice Film Festivals or
Sundance,
Independence Release. So you get to hear about them and go, maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Best Actress Drama went to Jessie Buckley in Hamnet. Sorry, I can't. Hamnet.
Hamnet.
That's
it's
a
like
tricky.
hairnet.
Yeah, but it's tricky when you're so used to the other one. Best Actor in a Comedy. Again, is this a comedy? I don't know. Marty Supreme, Timothy Chalamet.
Okay.
Okay. Can I just talk about Timothy Chalamet for a minute?
Please do.
Okay. I haven't seen Marty Supreme.
No.
We'll probably check it out. I don't know. These Safdie brother movies, I get very anxious.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we'll probably check it out and we'll probably judge for ourselves. But Timothy Chalamet is a hot property right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's dating a Kardashian. He's bringing this Kardashian to his award ceremonies as his date, and they're bringing the fashion. They were matching at one award ceremony.
Okay.
This is what I mean when I say that sometimes these awards are probably about more than just the awards themselves.
Yeah.
He's in the press a lot because he's dating a Kardashian.
Right. And that's and that's
ratings.
He has PR behind him. He probably has a PR firm. He probably has a PR manager who's saying, hey, you turn up at the red carpet, what would be great if y'all wear more matching outfits. I mean, come on.
It's all a big social machine.
It's a big dog and pony show is what it is.
It is. And for years the Golden Globes were a bit of a joke because they would nominate people like they would nominate Angelina Jolie for The Tourist. Which
is that the one that she directed?
No.
What's the
It's the one that she's on a train with Johnny Depp.
Oh my gosh.
So they nominate Johnny Depp and they nominate Angelina Jolie because guess what? They're big stars and they'll show up.
That movie was a piece of
crap. I know. That's what but again, these awards are not about the performances. Sometimes they're about who can we get on the red carpet to draw in eyeballs for ratings.
Right.
And that's when it gets gross. And I feel like a little bit hey, and again, I got to see the movie to judge whether Timothy Chalamet is a revelation or whatever. I have a feeling that there's more to it than just maybe he's all right in this movie. Right. And I'm not saying he's a bad actor. He's not. Yeah. But there's a lot going on here. Anyway, he won for Best Actor Comedy for Marty Supreme. Best Actress Comedy was Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
I want to see that.
We love Rose Byrne, so we're kind of like,
I haven't seen her in many serious roles, though.
Yeah. But again, this is comedy. Is it a comedy?
I don't think so. Know. I think it's a dark comedy, if it's comedy at all. But yeah, we haven't seen it. I think it's coming to HBO next week.
The studios,
so we'll have to watch
I think the studio behind If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You probably said, let's submit for comedy because we know she's not going to win against Jessie Buckley. Because, to be fair, Jessie Buckley was amazing. But anyway, Best Supporting Actor, Stellan Skarsgård in Sentimental Value. I've heard a little bit about this movie, and I've heard it's really good. But I love Stellan Skarsgård, so great.
Yeah, he's good.
Good. Best Supporting Actress, as I said, was Tiana Taylor. One battle after another. So supporting actor and actress, they don't do by category. They just lump them all together. So that's a problem.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's always been weird about the Golden Globes. Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another. And as we talked about, cinematic and box office achievement. Sinners, yeah, no surprise there. It made
Oh, it
a
made tons of
surprising
money.
amount of box office for its
It
budget.
did, you know,
And it was successful.
for a new IP, and I'll credit that.
Yeah, so and Best Animated Feature, K-Pop Demon Hunters, no surprise there. So yeah, do the Golden Globes matter? I don't know. I think that all of the awards kind of bundled together, they're much of a muchness. I think that publicity promotion drives a lot of nominations.
Yeah.
I think that journalists, the press, kind of plant ideas of what the best movies are. Like, if you think about Sinners, like, I hear a lot of people talking about Sinners as if it was the end-all be-all of film. Now, I liked Sinners just fine. I thought the first half was better than the second half. I think you and I both agreed on that.
I liked the first half.
I did think Michael B. Jordan was great, playing two roles, and they were different in their own right. And the performances, I can't fault the performances.
True.
It had some interesting cinematography, some interesting music, ideas and things like that. I don't think it was the best movie of the year.
No, I think it just, for me, it just lost its way.
It lost steam a little bit.
Yeah.
When it got,
when it got into the vampire, From Dusk Till Dawn.
We compared it to From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, when it got into the vampire-y stuff, I was like, it was just fine. It was fine.
It was much more interesting when it was about the brothers and establishing this place and the underlying racist stuff going on with the, Now,
one other thing to consider as well is when we saw Sinners, we had just watched Weapons like right before. So, yeah, so that may have something to do with it because we were still a little bit shell-shocked from Weapons. But, but anyway.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what's nominated coming up. There's a lot fewer slots for actors and actresses in the Academy Awards, so that kind of...
You know what? If it shines a light on these movies, brings people into the theater, gets eyes on these movies, I'm all for it. I mean, it's,
I
and
agree.
a lot of these movies as well are already on streaming, or you can rent them already, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I just don't think the awards shows themselves have the shine or credibility that they used to. And it makes me question whether they did at all. I look back at some of the decisions that the Academy has made, just, the wrong Best Picture here and there, the wrong actor here and there. And it just makes me wonder if they ever really did have credibility, or maybe I just enjoyed them more because I was younger and less cynical.
Maybe.
But anyway, so another news item. We'll just touch on this briefly, but so we should all know that Scarlett Johansson has lost her title as the highest grossing Hollywood star globally.
No.
I know. How dare she? But I was going to see if you can guess who just overtook her as the top star.
I think I saw a headline the other day.
Yeah.
And I think, am I way off base when I say Jamie Gertz?
Jamie Gertz?
Yeah, I saw some headline the other day. Okay. I saw some headline the other day about how she is the highest paid actress of all time. But I think she's married to a billionaire or something like that.
Okay.
But that's not where you were going. Okay, fair enough.
Jamie Gertz hasn't made a movie in a while.
Yeah, I know.
Or if she has.
I did see some kind of headline the other day. I
have no idea where you got Jamie Gertz from.
Because it was clickbaity, but, anyway, okay.
No.
Do I want to guess who just overtook her?
Yes.
As the highest paid actress in the world.
Not highest paid actress.
Oh, the highest paid actor.
Highest grossing.
Oh, the highest grossing.
Highest box office grossing.
Oh my goodness! Of all time?
Well, I think the highest paid actress probably is still Demi Moore for Striptease, but or maybe she's been eclipsed by that. But I remember that being
grossing actress of all time for box office receipts.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
When I tell you the name, it's
Uh-huh.
going to make a lot of sense.
Okay.
So do you have a guess?
Wow. I'm trying to think. Who's made. See, there are actresses that have made a ton of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Someone like Meryl Streep or
No.
someone like that who.
Meryl Streep's movies don't make a lot of money.
That's
A lot
true.
of her movies don't make a lot of money.
That's true. I don't know. You have to put me out of my misery.
So, it is someone who is part of a couple of different licensed properties
Okay.
that make a lot of money at the box office.
Okay.
There's one right now
Okay.
that's making a lot of money right now.
What's out right now? I don't know.
What's out right now that you don't want to see? That you don't care about at all?
Shoot. I don't know.
Avatar.
Oh, is it what's her doodle?
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana, and she's in Star Trek too.
Yep, she's in Star Trek. She's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So
okay.
she's now eclipsed.
So what have her movies made?
So Scarlett's box office take previously was, believe it or not, $15.4 billion.
Oh my gosh.
And Zoe has just eclipsed her with Fire and Ash, now, doing well. Now has eclipsed her with $15.5 billion.
Okay.
So it was really funny on SNL. So Colin Jost had a joke during Weekend Update about this news item.
Mm-hmm.
And he had like a little bar graph that showed like Scarlett's take and Zoe's take and how they were right next to each other. He goes, okay, now let's add in the box office that her husband's movies make. And the number went down. And he was like, it got worse. I thought that was really funny. But yeah, so Zoe Saldana is now probably the most bankable box office star in the world.
Wow.
Thanks to her being part of huge
so
franchises.
It wasn't Jamie Gertz?
No, I have no idea where you got Jamie Gertz from. Maybe she's the richest actress in Hollywood?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
I got to look this up later because I got to figure... Yeah, she made all of her money from
We got
Twister.
chaos.
I really don't know where
She's
you got
great
that
in that
from.
movie. You be quiet.
Anyway, we'll find out later and we'll get back to you. But anyway, okay, now is the time of the show where we're going to start talking about some of the movies we've seen lately.
Because I have another news item.
You do?
I do.
What?
And you know what? It allows me to press my favorite button on the console.
Oh.
You ready?
Yep. Of course.
Of course.
How dare I forget? We have another...
We got a release date. Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Easy now.
He's
Godzilla.
taking off. He's coming after us.
So yeah, we finally have a release date for Godzilla -0.
-0.
And we were so surprised. It's coming this year, people.
I can't believe it.
So it is coming out. It's going to be released on November 6th. It is written, directed, and visual effects supervised again by Takahashi Yamazaki.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a direct sequel to Godzilla -1.
Excellent, because we wanted to know what happened in that ending,
course.
that little bit, that little thing with our heroine, and is she infected? What's going on? Yeah.
So I was so excited when I got the email. Because, of course, I'm on the Godzilla Insider list. And
it kind of snuck out of nowhere.
It did.
It was just
I mean, because we knew it was being made, but I had no idea. I was expecting summer next year, to be honest. But November 6th of this year. And so, of course, I texted my friend straight away, and I told him it was just 301 sleeps.
Oh, my God, we're going to have a countdown.
So anyway, but there's something quite interesting. James Cameron loved Godzilla -1 so much.
Stay away from it.
Right? That he offered to, quote unquote, help out with Godzilla -0.
No, you're not allowed. Go away.
So they politely refused. I was like, thank God for that. Because, oh my gosh.
For a Japanese studio to politely refuse, that had to take a lot to knowing their
imagine what he'd have done
culture.
to it?
Oh God, no! Oh,
Yeah.
just go away, James Cameron. Just
Yeah.
stick to what you do best.
Yeah.
Mediocre
Movies
that make a lot of money.
machines.
Oh my God.
So anyway, so it is coming out November 6th. We have a poster for it. Very excited. So you were even already said today, I wonder what the popcorn bucket's going to be like.
Yes, that's what I'm focused on. But yeah, no, it's going to be great. Minus One was so incredible.
It will be.
I mean,
and the nice thing is as well is that our local theater, we've mentioned the local theater before. We actually cancelled our AMC movie passes, which is actually really lucky because the theater that we usually go to just closed down for renovation.
Yeah, it's being renovated, so we hope that by the time all of the renovations happen and a lot of the theater has improved, that we'll be able to rejoin the pass.
Yeah, in 6, because you can't rejoin for 6 months. So when we get round to the summer, we may rejoin. But we were down there last week, and we were just walking to the auditorium, and we noticed a load of boxes that said 4DX on the side.
Yep.
So it's definitely getting a 4DX. So I'm very excited about that. Looks like they're building an extension on the side, which will be the 4DX theater. So I'm very excited that, as I say, in 6 months' time, we may have this theater with the upgraded seats.
Like close by. We don't have to drive across town.
Yeah, because our nearest 4DX theater is about a 90-minute drive away.
Yeah.
So, but we will make that trip. Oh
yeah.
But it should be finished by the time Godzilla Minus Zero comes out.
I would hope so.
So.
All right. Well, something to look forward to then for the rest of the year. So, in the meantime, let's get to some reviews of some movies we've seen lately. All right. So, first we want to talk about a movie that came out a couple weeks ago, and that's Anaconda.
Yeah.
So this was
came out Christmas Day, right?
Yeah, it came out either Christmas Day or right after Christmas. Yeah. But kind of an odd. Again, it's another one that kind of snuck
out of nowhere.
Yeah. This wasn't being like.
It was
promoted as much.
It wasn't being heavily trailered. I don't know about on network TV, but I certainly wasn't seeing a lot of trailers. Anywhere. It was being heavily trailered before movies.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a meta companion film. I wouldn't call it a sequel because it's not.
It's
not
like
by any means.
It's
a reimagining.
Reimagining. You're right. Meta's the right word.
Yeah. So it's Paul Rudd and Jack Black, and they are old friends who decide to make a movie together after they did it as kids, and they want to recapture that glory, and they want to
remake Anaconda.
Yeah, and they're both at a point in their lives where they're a little bit stuck, and they feel like this is the key. And Paul Rudd comes and says, "I've got the rights to Anaconda. Let's go remake it, or let's get a sequel, or whatever." And hilarity ensues. It's a little bit Tropic Thunder. It's a little bit kind of, again, meta.
It's a little bit Tropic Thunder, but family friendly.
Yeah. And there's a lot of hijinks. And I think that we enjoyed it.
It was funny. I enjoyed it. It was good fun. It was harmless. It was, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And I think with any other team but Paul Rudd and Jack Black, I don't think it would have been as good or as funny. But they brought a good energy, and they brought really, fun reactions and jokes and things like that. Well, I have
to give a shout out to one of our favorites as well. Steve Zahn is in it too.
Yeah, Steve Zahn is great.
Steve Zahn is great in it. And Tandy Newton's in it as well. She's very good. But yeah, Steve Zahn is super funny in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so enjoyable.
Enjoyed it.
Family friendly enough.
Yeah.
I think that, for older kids, teenagers, I think it's a big hit. And my niece and nephew both loved it.
I think I'm going to start, like, when we do these podcasts, I think I'm going to start, like, saying my Letterboxd score. Because I try to log all my movies on Letterboxd. I gave it 3 stars.
Mine was 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
So, so the same day we saw Anaconda, Okay, so I was talking about this on our last episode, how I might have to see this movie because it was
Oh,
called
wow.
Enjoyable Trash, The Housemaid.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Trash, yes. Enjoyable,
Nope.
I don't know. So Amanda Seyfried, Sydney Sweeney, some hunky guy. I don't even know his name.
No.
He's Glenn Powell, Timu Glenn Powell. Timu Chris Hemsworth, Timu somebody. But you know, a lot of women also, quite enjoyed that part of the movie, but
it just didn't work.
it was okay.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Paul Feig, he's made a couple of good movies. Like, let's think, Bridesmaids was great.
A Simple Favor, the first
Simple
one.
Favor was great. Spy was great.
Yes,
that was really good.
Spy was really funny,
right? But I hear that we did not see another Simple Favor, but I hear it was awful.
I'm not a fan of his Ghostbusters, even though
I didn't see that.
I give them props for trying to do an all-female Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
The movie was tonally all weird.
Okay. But this just did not work. First of all, and this is obviously, it's all my opinion, I don't think Sydney Sweeney can act her way out of a paper bag. I don't think she's good. I think she has the same expression on her face all the time, and I just don't enjoy seeing her.
So,
and I know what you're going to say. I know we saw her in that movie.
We saw her in a movie called Reality,
right?
And
but I feel like that role called for that kind of acting, that low key kind of.
But it was something different than you would expect from her normally. You expect her to be the buxom, blonde, romantic interest or, doughy-eyed,
right,
girl. And Reality was something completely different. She was an NSA, she was under interrogation.
I think that was a really good story, though.
It was a good story. Yeah. And it was done in a way that was really good.
That's the problem with the Housemaid.
That's her best performance.
That's the problem with the Housemaid. The story is just not there. The story is so absurd, and I mean, I can.
It's convoluted.
Yeah, I can. I can withhold reality, not what you call it, suspend disbelief with the rest of them. But this story is so absurd. And I feel like if they'd have put some comic relief in it, it might have made it a little bit more palatable. But it takes itself so seriously. I
chuckled at the absurdity of it sometimes when it was trying to be like kind of,
creepy and edgy.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, that's hilarious.
That's why A Simple Favor worked. The story for Simple Favor, again, it is absolutely bonkers. But because there's some genuinely funny parts in it, and it can laugh at itself, it worked really well. Plus, you also have good actors in it. But The Housemaid, it was just, oh my gosh. I mean, I literally was trying not to fall asleep. It was that absurd.
It was camp, but not good camp.
Not in a good way, no.
Not good camp. I mean, my Letterboxd review was, can we please get Sydney Sweeney a top that fits? It's all about her cleavage. It's her cleavage. She comes in her little midriff and her skirt, and oh, sir, do you want me to make breakfast? It's just so stupid.
With that look on her face, that
kind of doughy-eyed. Oh, I'm so helpless and simple, but I've got a criminal record. That kind of whole thing. I don't know. It was not good enough.
It was not. I get a Letterboxd 1 star.
Okay. I was intrigued enough to follow the story. I'll say that. But overall, I don't think it hit. I think it was very convoluted, and I can understand why some people enjoy it, but I didn't enjoy it. So there you go. Okay.
What was your score?
2.
2 stars.
2 stars.
Generous.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What else have we seen?
I don't give 1 star very often.
I have to have you make these lists of what we've seen because I forget.
That's what Letterboxd is for.
I know.
Okay, so next, let's talk about a movie we discussed earlier, and particularly Jessie Buckley's performance in it, Hamnet. So I talked about in our last episode how I really wanted to see this and hadn't had a chance to, and it finally came back to our theater. And so we've got Jessie Buckley kind of in the main lead or co-lead with Paul Mescal as William Shakespeare and Agnes.
Agnes. Well,
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
Agnes, but
It's Agnes, but it's Agnes.
Yes.
Shakespeare's wife is widely known as Anne Hathaway, but records show her name listed as Agnes somewhere, so that might have been her actual name. But anyway, so they play the married couple raising a family, Shakespeare getting his work off the ground. This is based on a historical fiction novel that focuses on the children of William Shakespeare and how they might have influenced his plays and things like that. And so Shakespeare did have a son named Hamnet, and did have 2 other daughters as well. So
I mean, we won't spoil.
I mean, there's a lot that's been talked about the movie. I'm sure that you won't have to look very far to figure out what the movie is about.
Right.
But
I enjoyed it. It's very sad.
It is gut-wrenchingly sad.
It is very sad. There's a lot of tears, so it's the movie's, one might say it's a tragedy. Rather like Hamlet.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you're starting to see the parallels here.
But I enjoyed it. It's a very nice movie to look at. And the performances are great, especially Jessie Buckley. She's fantastic in it.
So it's directed by Chloe Zhao, who previously directed a Best Picture winner. Oh my God, what was it called? Hold on. It's Frances McDormand. Nomadland.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Nomadland,
which I saw.
So, yeah, Hamnet, I thought it was very good. It wasn't the mind blasting movie that I thought it was going to be, seeing some of the reviews and some of the talk up, but it's still very good, well worth watching, I would say.
It's just a simple story. It's about grief, it's about redemption, it's about influence, it's about family. But I think that Jessie Buckley and Paul Mescal are both excellent in it. They're both really capturing the different sides of the circumstances. I find it really hard not to spoil this movie, but I won't.
Yeah.
But they're both great. It's worth watching for sure, and I can see why it's a Best Picture contender. And
so I'm going to give it 3.5.
Oh, I gave it 4.5.
4.5.
Oh
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very generous.
I thought it was very close.
It was very good.
Close to perfect.
Oh,
but still, it was affecting. It was moving. It was beautiful. The performances were good. The only thing I can kind of fault is that it's just not it's narratively, it's a very simple story. So there's not a lot of, it's very, but it's in the lives of people. It's you can relate to it in a way, but it was pretty near perfect for me. I really enjoyed it.
Good.
Okay. So before we get into today's film, which we just saw and we're fresh out of the theater from, let's talk a little bit about one we talked about in our last episode that we hadn't seen yet, and that was K-Pop Demon Hunters.
Oh my goodness.
The recent Best Animated Feature Golden Globe winner.
Okay.
Okay, so we went into this thinking, okay, this has got a lot of hype around it. And we were so late to the game on this.
So
we know. We waited a long time to see this.
So I thought to myself, we sat down to watch it, and I thought, you know what? This is not aimed at me. I'm years old, and I thought this movie is not made for me. And you know what? I enjoyed the shit out of it.
It was great.
Awesome. I really, really enjoyed it.
It was fun. It was colorful, but not in an annoying way.
It was really well animated. I loved it.
It had some real, like, cool. It
real
gave
catchy
me, like,
songs.
Into the Spider-Verse
Yeah,
style.
definitely. Well, it's
And
from that same
it's the
studio,
same studio,
isn't it? Yeah,
so it makes sense. But yeah, the songs are catchy as hell. The story was pretty good.
It was.
The voice acting was great. The singing was great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just a good time. And I was like, okay, I see why.
Yeah,
I see why.
I definitely see why kids are latching onto it.
Yeah,
you know, and I mean, the amount of merchandise opportunities and performance opportunities.
We
and
saw
stuff
so
from
many
it.
Huntrix Halloween costumes.
That's
last
true.
year.
Yeah.
So it's
true.
a big deal, and it's K-pop was already starting to it's already had traction in the U.S. You know, BTS are really big, and Rose and all these artists that are from
Blackpink.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So K-pop is already here to stay, and for a studio to go, you know what? Let's incorporate the culture. Let's incorporate. It would be staggering to have songs that were multilingual a few years ago.
True.
You would have had it would have been kind of like, oh, we better add subtitles. No, they don't bother because it's K-pop and it's fine.
If you think back, years and years ago, if somebody would have said to you, hey, the biggest TV series of the year in X year was Korean, you would say, what? Because it was hard enough to get people to go to the movies and watch a subtitled movie, right? Now people are watching subtitled stuff on streaming
or
all
dubbed,
the time.
Or
dubbed.
Yeah, Squid Game, yeah.
But yeah, it was great. I knew nothing really about it. I didn't even know it was American made. I thought it was a Korean movie. But it was excellent. Well, really enjoyed it.
It just really shows you the globalization of culture now.
Yeah.
It shows that there's not really, I mean, there are still films being made for there's still films being licensed in the US for diaspora audiences, like Indian films and Japanese films and a lot of those Spanish film, Brazilian films. But now it's just all bets are off.
Yeah.
Foreign language films have got an even bigger chance to really make an impact.
Distribution is key now, and it's excellent. All of these movies that you would never get to see, like I mention it on the podcast all the time, but look at Shudder, right? Look at all these foreign movies that get their distribution now through Shudder. It's great. You get to see all these foreign horror movies, which are excellent, and you would never get a chance to have done that.
Yeah,
back in the day,
there's just no boundaries really anymore. Everything. That's one of the people talk about the pros and cons of streaming. That is a benefit of streaming, is that your exposure to all this international filmmaking is tremendous.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So that's a solid 4 stars from me.
4 stars from me as well.
Yeah, very good. I enjoyed it a lot. I'll watch it again.
Okay. All right. So today we saw the sequel to 28 Years Later. We saw The Bone Temple. And if you'll recall from the last episode, 28 Years Later was your top film of the year.
It was.
And it was in my top 10 as well.
So I will say, going back and watching 28 Years Later again the other night to get ready for today was the second time we watched it. And I'm telling you now, and I told you at the time, that I honestly think that 28 years, in my opinion, of course, I honestly think that 28 Years Later is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It is perfect. It's so beautifully made, and I won't gush over it because I've already done it in last episode. So it was really good to see it again. And I'm really glad we did, because 28 years later, the Bone Temple, it literally carries on exactly where the first one leaves off.
Yeah, probably shortly after, but
Mhm.
right in the mix
Yeah,
of things.
right.
So we can talk about a little bit about like the ending of the previous film and leading into this one,
Mhm.
because it has been long enough. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
spoilers.
28 years later, yeah.
We're not going to spoil the new movie,
No.
but we will talk a little bit about the first film last year. So
So I think the ending was very divisive.
it was divisive because this band of karate chopping, teenage young people.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're teenage. Maybe they're in their 20s. I feel like, let's see.
Yeah, probably,
It was
yeah.
28 years, so they're probably in their 30s actually. If they were
Well,
kids at the time of
we know how old, because in the second one, this is not going to spoil anything. He said he was 7 years old when
There
it all
you go.
kicked
Okay,
off.
so 28 years later,
Yeah.
carry the one.
Right.
He's around
So it's
35.
early 30s, yeah.
35.
Yeah.
So there's a gang led by a man called Jimmy, dressed as Jimmy Savile.
Right.
His whole gang is dressed as Jimmy Savile. If you don't know who Jimmy
They-
Savile is, God, don't Google
So they
him.
never directly mention that. But
They don't. They're very smart about it.
Yeah.
But you can tell that there is a 90s influence. There is,
Right.
because they talk about Teletubbies a
Right.
lot. But and their karate style is a lot based on Power Rangers, like
Right.
their fighting style.
Right.
So this is 90s peak TV when these kids would have been,
Yeah.
watching probably the same episodes of these TV shows all the time.
So at the very end of 28 years later, our protagonist, Spike, the young lad, is confronted by this
This
gang
band.
of Jimmies.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. You don't really know what happens to him. And then that leads into the next movie.
You know it ain't good.
Right.
You know something good's not going on. You know Jimmy's a little bit wacky.
Right.
I mean, look, they're dressed as the big controversy about what happened at the end of 28 years later was that obviously if you I don't encourage you to read about Jimmy Savile because it's grotesque, but he was a children's entertainer, later found to be guilty of
atrocities.
A lot of really bad
Right.
child sex abuse stuff. So so this film posits that truth was never uncovered because
Yeah.
the zombie apocalypse happened and basically turned England upside down and changed England forever. So there was no more focus on celebrity culture. People had to focus on surviving. So I think a lot of people were upset at the ending of the last film because of that. But
Well, it also tonally it does shift.
that you can't not shift with something like that.
Right. Now, the ending of 28 years later, I had no problem with because I knew that this second film was coming. Now, my immediate thoughts coming out of the Bone Temple, I'm quite disappointed.
It's not as good as the first one.
It's not. It's different tonally than the first one. I dare to say it's not as exciting as the first one.
Right.
There's not much. It just limps along, in my opinion.
Well,
There's not much of a story to it. There's some interesting ideas in there, which I'm not going to talk about because I'm not going to spoil it. So we may do an episode, put a warning out, and we may discuss it.
We may do a spoiler
further.
talk on.
Yeah, we may do a spoiler
on
cast
Bone
or
Temple.
something. But there's some interesting ideas in it around what has happened and the future going forward from the point where they are. And the ending of the movie is certainly interesting.
Yes.
But overall, I don't think it was as good a movie as 28 Years Later. And yeah, I came out of it feeling kind of cold, to be honest. I didn't, I'm not saying it's bad because, Ray Fiennes is great in it. And
It doesn't hit you emotionally.
it doesn't. Not like the first. Yeah, you're correct.
In the first film, you have a mother and son, and you have a mother who is, who has been riddled with cancer. And she's living in a world where she can't be helped.
Right.
And, they can't figure out what's wrong with her because there aren't any doctors. Well, not until they meet, Ray Fiennes' character.
And then they live on this hope that she can be helped. And then they battle all the way to
get to
Kelson.
This doctor.
And he said, there's nothing I can do to help you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very emotional. In fact, both times I saw 28 Years Later, it made me cry. There are, in the Bone Temple, there are a couple of parts which should have had an emotional impact, but for one reason or another, they didn't have that impact. Again, I'm not going to discuss it, but there are a couple of parts which I feel should have really connected with us, the audience, but it just didn't stick the landing.
I do think that the ideas are strong enough and the seeds that they planted are strong enough to lead into what could be a really good third film of the trilogy.
Right.
But it's to be seen.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to build on what they've established enough to make it kind of go, okay, it was worth a little bit of a dull bit in the middle to kind of build up to that third film. Maybe it'll all make better sense together. Maybe not. I hope that it does.
Maybe. I don't. If I feel like as filmmakers, if you're already thinking towards the third part and thinking, oh well, we just need to get over this to get to the third part where the real good stuff's going to happen. That's not very cool, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What if they'd have done that with The Empire Strikes Back? What if they'd have just been like, let's just churn this crap out so we can get to Return of the Jedi?
We're spoiled by a perfect second film.
Right.
So we come to expect something out of the second film.
So anyway, I haven't rated it yet on Letterboxd. I'm going to give it 3 stars just because, as I say, there were some interesting parts to it, and I wouldn't say it was bad per se. Just I was disappointed.
I think that I'm going to be a little bit more generous and go 3.5, just because I do hold out hope that some of those ideas will be brought into fruition, and they are good ideas. Some of the things that are addressed in this movie or are presented in this movie are really good ideas, and I'm like, how does this impact the rest of the world?
Right, there's one thing that we discussed on the way home, and I thought it was a fantastic observation about the whole of the world. And I was like, yeah, that's really clever. So hopefully, yes, they do follow through with that.
So, in the end, not as good as the first one, but we hope that it builds into something that could be a good third movie.
Right.
So, anyway, all right. Well, that's kind of a review of the movies we've seen lately. So, before we wrap up, let's talk a little bit about some of the TV we've been watching.
TV just ramped up.
So,
TV just really ramped up, didn't it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
So all of a sudden, I feel like we were watching stuff and we were like, okay, well, let's get through, these episodes, and then we will be okay. And then all of a sudden, boom, everything
all this stuff
started
came
to come back. Yeah. What do you want to talk about first?
So first of all, Industry is back.
Whee!
Industry is back on Max and BBC. So Industry, the show about terrible people who manipulate the stock
who are in
market,
who are in stocks
who are in
and funds
stocks
and all that kind of stuff.
and manipulating markets and shorts and all that stuff. So
The show is bonkers.
Oh, yeah.
I know I've used that word a lot lately, but man, it is absolutely something happens in the first episode, and I'm like, I hope that there's I hope that there's something that's going to come of that moment. No pun intended.
Oh my God.
I hope there's something that's going to relate back to that moment, because otherwise it was very strange. But
I think there's some symbolism there.
However,
that's all we'll say.
However, I still think that the show is on point.
Yep, we're 2 episodes in. I think it is. There's some storylines that are
absolutely
some characters that are going through some things that are really interesting, and
I still don't understand the banking parts.
No,
I still don't understand the short sell and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't matter.
I just judge by the characters' reactions and whether something's going really wrong or really well.
And you know what? I will say one thing, like this last episode, man, you got to give props to Kit Harington. He was really good in it.
Both Kit Harington and Marissa Abela really turned it up.
Yeah, there was one scene in particular, I was like, my goodness, it was great. Really good show.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, this is season 4, which has just started.
Season 4, yes.
So yeah, go back and start it. You won't regret it. Very good.
Yeah.
Make sure though that it's very adult oriented.
Yes, it is very sexually charged. Lots
very
of drugs.
sweary.
Oh my
very
God.
Druggy, very sweary.
Still so much cocaine.
Yeah.
My God. Oh wow. I mean, But anyway, still very high camp to me.
Yeah.
I think there is a camp element to it, but it's very high camp, very soapy, but in a good way, in an elevated way. So also returning to screens not too long ago was the 2nd season of Fallout.
Yeah.
On Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So Walton Goggins
very
returns.
much enjoying it.
Yeah.
Still very good.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm not enjoying is the ads on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Mr. Bezos, can you stop going to space for just a minute and understand that we don't want to pay for ads?
Right.
You have enough money.
That's the thing that really the thing that annoys me is I wish that they would preload the ads at the start. And then just play
front
whole
load
show.
them,
right, front load them.
I'm happy to sit through 5 minutes of ads on mute.
Right, exactly.
To get to my show without interruptions, but we know that's not the reality.
The show is great. Here's the problem with it. First of all, you can tell that they have made the show specifically for ad space.
They've got breaks in it.
Because they have breaks in it. The screen will go to black and then it'll go to the next scene. Now, the problem is not every one of those black screens is filled with ads. So you do have a very broken experience. Now, either...
There is an ad-free plan on Amazon.
Right.
So
but I don't want to give
if you're watching them without ads, those breaks...
are going to look unnatural, yeah. So it's either they're making it with the ads on Amazon in mind, or they're making it ready for syndication.
I think it's both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they definitely have to have space for ads. And honestly, it's like watching a TV show on DVD or Blu-ray.
That's true.
The ad breaks aren't there, but...
That's true.
But
it just...
It's just when you're so used to seeing streaming program without those breaks...
Right.
It's kind of
But here's
funky.
the thing that gets me is HBO has an ad plan, but you don't see those breaks in the HBO shows.
No, not really.
No, you don't see them at all. We watched
there's no fades.
There's
no black screen.
Right, we watched
breaks.
2 shows on HBO this morning,
there are breaks between like storylines. Like there's a break and it'll jump to maybe the next day.
Right,
so that's
but
where
you don't see
ads,
but you don't see that fade to black like you do on Fallout.
Like the standard style network television breaks.
Anyway, that being said, Fallout is great. It's
Walton Goggins.
It's unwavering.
MacLachlan.
It's unbelievably violent. But it's so great. And now they've got to New Vegas. It's excellent.
What is the actress's name? The one that's on
Ella Purnell?
Yeah, Ella Purnell,
Yeah.
That's her name. Yeah, she's great too.
Yeah, she is very good.
So yeah, Fallout's still enjoyable. I love the kind of the retro culture they kind of bring, and the world had changed in the 50s.
Straight from the game. Yeah.
The music's really good. All that, so.
And there's a lot more flashback in this season as well so far, which I'm really enjoying. The flashbacky parts actually I'm enjoying a lot more than the current,
than the monsters and
yeah. But it's a very good show. I am enjoying it a lot.
The nuclear waste.
So basically, the only thing we have to put up with is every time the ads come on, I press mute and then flip off the TV. So there we go.
Amazon, get it together.
Another show which came back this past week is Hijack.
Big Dress is back.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Hijack on Apple TV. If you haven't seen it, you must watch it.
You want to talk about high camp.
I mean, my gosh. It's great.
The first series of Hijack on a plane.
Yep.
I mean, it was harrowing.
Excellent, though. It's so good.
Big Driss is kind of this, like... He can read everyone before they can read themselves. He's like
I must say it's Idris Elba, everybody. Not everybody knows him as Big Driss.
Sorry, it's Idris Elba. Okay. He's Big Driss. Come on.
But he's great. So second season, and again, this is not gonna spoil anything, but now he's on the German subway system.
It's on a train this time.
Yes, it's great. So we're only one episode in so far, but it was excellent. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's built, it's
just as intense.
Getting itself going.
It's like you get to the end of the first episode, you're like, oh my God, what is going on?
What? Yeah, there's a big cliffhanger at the end.
There's a kind of thing at the end, you're like, wait, what?
So yeah, very good. Very good.
So yeah, check that out. It's going to be on in coming weeks.
Yeah.
So
that drops on
every Wednesdays.
Yeah. So Fallout drops on Wednesday.
Hijack on Wednesday, and Industry on Sunday.
And another
show that
which
just
started last night, which we watched this morning, was A Night of the Seven Kingdoms,
yes,
which
this is a prequel series to Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
About Sir Duncan the Tall.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, a story that has been talked about in the Game of Thrones series.
And it's
by
adapted.
Joffrey and
it's adapted from the book The Hedge Knight, written by George R. R. Martin.
Yep. So it's just a further expansion of that universe.
You know what? I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's a lighter tone than
it is definitely.
Some of
There's
the other ones.
Some really funny moments.
I mean, there's one scene that just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That really took you by surprise. Let's just put it that way. Took me by surprise. I was like, oh.
But Sir Duncan himself is really funny. He's got this kind of he's super tall, but he's got this kind of oafish kind of way about him.
Yeah.
And he's really good. And I had read a lot about, I'd not read a lot about the show, but I had read some stuff about the chemistry between him and the young boy called Egg.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely see that chemistry between them. And I really enjoyed it.
It's going to be kind of a buddy movie.
I
buddy show,
think it's going to be good. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to next week. The only problem with having a character called Egg is I always think back to Anne in Arrested Development, and I always think about May on Egg.
May on Egg. She calls it May on Egg. She gets a little egg and she squeezes.
And I'm sure that all of the Arrested Development fans out there will know what we're talking about. I'm sure Egg is a really nice person. Her? Yeah.
So the actor that plays Sir Duncan the Tall is Peter Claffey.
Okay.
And they had a worldwide casting call to look for actors who were over 6'5". So he suited the bill, and so we'll probably start to see more of him.
Yeah. He's excellent.
is
I
this
really
is a
thought he was great.
good starting point. Good
Yeah.
series. Really kind of interesting time. I'm interested to kind of read about where this falls in the timeline.
Well, we know that. I was just
like
I
in
was
the
just about to
history.
give something away. I don't want to do that.
So
that started last night on HBO, out on a Sunday. So Sunday night HBO's back, man.
yeah.
Yeah, remember when Sunday night was always HBO?
Thank goodness. And I hope it stays that way
Yeah.
because, Max, we talked a little bit about the streaming service and the content and the trash and all that stuff. But, so.
We were watching, it was funny, we were watching the movie I Love You Man the other day. And he tells him, doesn't he? He says, "Oh, I can't tonight. It's Sunday night. It's HBO."
Yeah, it should be appointment television.
Yeah.
So
it is. I mean, the fact that I know what days programs are dropping makes you know that I'm really enjoying them.
Yeah.
Because I don't usually know when shit comes on.
Yeah,
so.
and in this day and age, with streaming being the way it is, sometimes people just happen upon the programs.
Well, I think that
don't have appointment television anymore.
I think the streamers are getting wise now to the fact that people don't want a dump anymore.
Well, if they take a dump of a show, then they don't have any reason to stay subscribed.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of like spacing it out. I know that there are some people that, like to wait and then they'll watch it all in one go. But I actually like spacing stuff out because I don't like stuff to be spoiled. Right. And even though I don't read a lot of social media, there has been stuff that has been spoiled in the past.
Oh, you get on the next day, you're bound to see.
Exactly.
But if you do want to know when Night of the Kingdoms takes place in the timeline, so it takes place in between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So about 90 years before Game of Thrones.
Okay.
During the reign of King Aerys I.
So I think House of the Dragon is back this fall as well.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that show too.
That's a different tone of a show. Good. I mean, it's a war.
You had me at dragons.
Yeah. It's the
Targaryen
Civil
the dragon
War.
budget is... I remember when we first started watching it, it was like the first episode, I was like, oh man, I hope they haven't blown their whole dragon budget in one episode.
Yeah. There's I didn't see any dragons in Sir Duncan the Tall, but there was a...
No, there will be.
There
was a dragon in it.
There was a dragon.
There was.
And it was very good.
Yeah,
but it's not
we
what
won't
you
spoil
expect. But anyway, so good show coming on. We'll see in the coming weeks if it continues on track to become another great companion to Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Just one quick shout out. There was a UK show that is available on YouTube, which was on last week, I think. It's called The Big Fat Quiz of Telly.
Yeah.
It's hosted by comedian Jimmy Carr. And they have a big fat quiz every year. They have a big fat quiz of the year.
Yeah.
But this year they decided to do a big fat quiz of Telly. Very good.
In addition.
Very funny. Definitely worth watching.
Yeah, if you like British TV.
If you're
British American
TV,
and you don't know what these shows are, you're probably not going to... Some of it went over my head, but...
Yeah, if you like British TV, well, we have listeners in Europe, so...
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you like British TV, you like British comedians, then it's the show for you. It's on YouTube.
And can I just say, Sam Campbell gets the sickest burn on Jimmy Carr.
My gosh.
He tells a joke that made me gasp.
Yeah.
You'll know it when you hear it. But anyway.
Sam Campbell was out of control.
He was. He is such an odd spud in the best way, but he just had a blast and it was great.
That was a great show.
But so that was really fun. So
That's
it.
That's it. That's what we've been watching. Lots of stuff.
Yeah, and lots more to come.
Yeah.
These shows that we're talking about, they're just getting started. I mean, Fallout's a few episodes in now, but some of these are just kicking off. So in the coming weeks, I'm trying to think.
I've been revisiting some old movies as well. I watched 300 the other day.
Yeah.
While you were out of town.
Oh, such a good movie.
Oh, man. You get to go to Galaxy's Edge next week.
I do. I'm going to Disneyland.
Lucky.
I won the Super Bowl and I'm going to Disneyland. Sadly, the Texans will not win the Super Bowl this year. Darn, they got eliminated yesterday.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Yeah, bummer.
News
But
and current affairs.
so
Yes.
I will be in Disneyland next week.
So we'll hear all about your trip because
I'll
you're going to
report
the
back. Yeah,
you're going to the Academy Museum again.
I'm going to the Academy Museum. I'm going to see the Jaws exhibit.
Sweet. So
So,
we'll hear all about that.
And I'm going to the Peterson Car Museum, so hopefully maybe there'll be a Batmobile or two. Maybe what's her name? The car from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, Eleanor.
Eleanor. Maybe Eleanor will be there.
You know what? Maybe they'll have the ambulance from the Cannonball Run.
What?
Yeah. Maybe
Dun,
they'll
dun,
have
dun.
the ambulance from the Cannonball Run in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's going to be like our next background film, I feel like, for when we're working remote. It's going to be
really?
Cannonball Run. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think
Do you
so.
promise?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
I feel like I need to
I don't
revisit
think I
it
can
more.
concentrate though. When
On the film or on your job?
on my Normally I can listen to a film in the background while I'm working, but with Cannonball Run, I don't know.
So you want a captive viewing of that. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. There's some movies that I want to put on in the background while we're working remote that he insists, he's like, no, I want to actually sit and watch that. So
of course.
something like I Love You Man is good. And Forgetting Sarah
that
Marshall,
was great.
we had
We had a Paul Rudd double bill.
Yeah, Paul Rudd
We
and
saw
Jason
we saw
Segel double
Kunu.
bill. Yep.
Yeah. So
But yeah, so we'll revisit Cannonball, and I'll let you know if the ambulance is there, and I'll take
Sweet.
photos. But I
Sweet.
doubt it, y'all.
all right. Well,
But anyway,
I think that about does it for us.
that's a wrap on this week. So
All right.
so hopefully by the time we get to record the next episode, we'll have seen If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, the Rose Byrne award-winning movie.
Yeah.
That's coming to Max next week, so we should be able to watch that. And maybe we'll watch that. Maybe we'll watch that rock movie.
The what?
The Smashing Machine or the Smash.
The Smashing Machine.
It's coming to Max as well. See, that's
Safety again, isn't it?
Yeah, safety. Probably a lot of drugs, a lot of anxiety again.
Probably.
We'll see. But that's the beauty of streaming. Sometimes you don't have to wait that long to watch these movies. So we'll watch that. We'll report on any movies we've seen.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
What else have we got coming up?
I'm not
Heights
sure.
is soon. Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights.
Very excited about that. Gosh, there's lots coming up, but there's also some crap coming up. Oh
There's
my
definitely,
God.
yeah.
Wow,
definitely,
there's a lot of junk in the
yeah,
movies
but
right now.
We'll
but
at
you
least
know what?
we'll at least be with you. We'll have our movie news as normal, and we'll be here just to talk movies.
Yeah, maybe we'll seek out some of these awards contenders, the sentimental values, and the that kind of stuff. So, anyway, feel free to shoot us an email, any correspondence you may have at FaveFilmPodcast@gmail.com. And I will get the Instagram back up and running. I need to have a new phone, and it's a different account to my normal one. I gotta figure out what the login was. I can't remember.
We'll work that out.
But we'll get that back up and running.
Yeah.
We're
we're now on
Podcast.
YouTube as well. Not video, but but if you want to listen on YouTube, you
Our
can.
episodes are on YouTube.
Yeah, we're on YouTube. We're on Apple Music. So
all the majors,
Excellent.
Anywhere you can download your pods.
All right.
We're
Well,
there.
thanks for listening, everybody, and we wish you well. And we will catch you next time.
We'll catch you at the movies.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.